Well, riding the KLR home the other day, I shifted into second, went to shift into third, and there's no third. And if you see, basically won't shift in any gear. I played around with it once and got it into first. Then I came about halfway home in first and finally got it back up into second. Rode into second. First I wondered if the shift fork had broken or bent, but what I've read on the internet, most likely it's the spring to the shifting pawl, which I'm kind of glad about that because I don't have to split the case. All I have to do is take the clutch cover off, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start taking that clutch cover off. Well, first thing I'm going to do, since it's been a while, I'm going to drain the oil out of it. And I'm just going to, I have pulled the clutch cover off by just laying it on its side, not draining the oil, but since it's due for an oil change anyway, I'll go ahead and drain the oil. I've got the oil drained out of it now, so next thing I'm going to have to take off is that aluminum crash pan. Crash pan off. Oh, let's see now. I need to remove this brake lever. So I got to take this little master cylinder guard off too. So I just need to clear that right there. I'm just going to move it back a little bit. Undo the little spring that works the brake light. need to drain the water out of the system. I'm going to put new antifreeze in it, so I don't really care about trying to save this antifreeze. And you can see that's not coming out very well. But if you go over here to this other side and loosen the radiator cap, it should come out a little quicker. This thing come off as a water pump. Give it a little tap. I'm not going to take that off. I'm just going to tuck that up there out of the way, because all I need to do is get that side cover off. You need to take the impeller off. Carefully try to persuade that off. There we go. This water pump. Now, do I have to take these off? Don't remember if I do or don't. I'm going to, just in case. I'm not sure if these are different sizes or not, so I'm not going to take a chance. I'm going to set them where they're coming out, in case they are. But I'm going to go ahead and take the oil filter off. I'm not sure if I need to or not, but I will. Looks like most of them are pretty close to the same length, except one. If you look at them, most of them are the same length except for the one, so that wasn't really that necessary, but better be safe than sorry. So put this over this oil leaks out here. Well, I think it got knocked loose there. Now if I get it off. Exactly sure what's holding it right now. Something appears to be. Well, I didn't loosen the clutch up. I did last time, but I didn't really think it was necessary. Well, now it doesn't seem to want to come off, so it may be necessary. Guess it was a clutch because I loosened that clutch up and it come off. So oil drain out of there for a minute. Okay. And here is my spring, and it is damaged. That is a good thing. Got this side cover off, and you can see I have a recluse clutch on there, but here is the spring. You can see that. Here is the spring. Obviously not springing anymore. Needs to hold this pawl up, and it was not. So that's a good thing. So know what I need to do? I need to get a new spring. Then I'll put this back together after I get a new spring. It's about a week later, and I got the parts in. So I think first thing I'm going to do is make sure it functions. Okay, now I'm going to see if I can shift. you get the water pump shaft on. There it goes. Remember, I marked all these bolts, but actually there's really only one long one, I think. It's right here. Put these all back in order, but like I said, I really think there was only one that was a different size. But put the oil filter back in, and the oil filter cover. Check the torque by hand. Make sure they're all torqued. Okay. Clutch back up. I have to adjust that after the engine's running. With the recluse, it's really hard to see where it needs to be at. The water pump impeller back in. You can see there's one longer bolt here that's taller here, so. Brake back on, and I indexed it, so shouldn't be that hard to put back on. If I put it in, right. Little spring that turns on the brake light. That all put together. So basically, I think that's about everything I got put back on, with the exception of the crash pan. And then I got to put oil and water back in it. I noticed I forgot to put the drain plug in the water pump, so I'm going to have to see if I can get to it without dropping this pan back down. Not I'll have to drop this pan back down. Well, I just finished tightening up the trash pan. I don't know if you've seen that or not because the battery went dead. So basically all I have now to do is to put oil and antifreeze back in it. That beeping you're hearing when I put it on the center stand, I rolled it back and it's blocking the eye for the garage door. You notice I changed location from when I took it apart. I took it apart out in the other garage, but I needed to drive the Model A the other day, so I had to move it out of the way, so I moved it into this other garage. Well, just took it out for a short ride. Everything appears to be shifting just like it should, so looks like it was successful. The old beast lives another day. That's about it. Little smoke, that's from the oil that I spilled. So not a big deal.